What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Desert Warriors Fitness. Today is deadlift day. We're going to be giving instructions on how to properly deadlift in order to prevent injury and get the most gains out of this exercise. See right here, Chris is doing the forward lunge. Make a point to make contact with your knee to the floor. What this does, it allows the quad that is up to use its own power to get you up instead of using the momentum of the leg before it. This is going to be engaging your glutes and your quads. Alright, now Chris is getting into the squat. You can hit 90 or go below 90. Right now what you're trying to do is you're trying to stretch the glutes, the quads. You're getting them warmed up for this exercise, engaging your core. These dynamic stretches before heavy workouts like deadlifting and whatnot are very crucial to the success of that day's workout. You do this as many times as you want, as long as you are personally warmed up. Alright guys, now the next dynamic exercise or stretch Chris is going to get into is called good mornings. Now, as you see, Chris's feet are about shoulder width apart. He is not locking out his knees because that causes too much tension behind the knee. There's a slight bend in the knee, and make sure to focus on loading the hamstrings, because this is what we're targeting in this exercise. And you want to keep your back straight. You almost want to pop your butt out, and you're going to hinge at the hips. Now, the goal of this exercise is not to speed up or carry a lot of weight. You want to focus on what muscle you're trying to work out in today's workout. And like I said, we're targeting the hamstrings. Hinging at the hips, no lock in the knees, back is straight, core engaged, good base at the bottom. And again, you want to go slow. It's not a race, and you're kind of slowly stretching out and filling out the muscles that you're going to be engaging in today's workout. And those are good mornings.
Alright guys, so we just got done with the warm-up, and now we're getting right into the movement of deadlifting. So the first thing you want to do when you're deadlifting, of course, you want to get a bar, get some weights. And for this demonstration, we're going to use 135. So when you get started deadlifting, you want the bar to come as close in contact with your shin as possible. If it's touching, that means you're doing it right, unfortunately. So if you're awesome, you got a nice bar like this one, where the knurlings are kind of outside of your shin area, you want to get as much cuts. If you don't, well, you're going to have some bad shins. So deal with it. Alright, so this is going to be our traditional deadlift that Nick's going to do. So you see that his grip is going to be outside of his legs. His feet are going to be at shoulder width, or if you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can bring this a little bit out your shoulders. Okay, and he's going to lean forward, grab the bar, and he's going to almost squat down a little bit, reloading that posterior chain. The posterior chain is going to be right here, right at the hamstrings, from the glutes down to the hamstrings. A lot of good stuff right there. So when he's going to lift the bar with a deadlift, he's going to drive out his heels. He's going to bring the bar down to up to his knees, and then when he gets past his knees, he's going to raise his hips. So he's going to do it again one more time. Do it again in slow motion. So step by step. So he's going to bring the bar up to his knees, and from there, when he passes his knees, he's going to just stand up straight. You don't want to stand up straight before you pass the knees, because then that would put a lot of strain on your lower back, which you don't want to do. Okay? Doing full lockout, you want the hips to come forward. You're going to be fully extended, just like this. See, his chest is pretty much sticking out, slightly lean back, because his hips will be fully extended. That's what you're going to want to finish at right there. Alright guys, we just went over your traditional deadlift. Now we're going into a sumo style. Sumo style is pretty much your feet going to be really wide apart, almost like a sumo wrestler. As their stance is, your feet are going to be slightly turned outwards, as you see right here, but that is not going to be straight like the regular style. And your hands grip is going to be inside your legs. So as your arms hang naturally, you're going to just bend down and grab the bar naturally inside your legs. Same concept you want to do. You're going to have the bar close to your shin because you want the bar to be within your center of gravity because you want to pull straight up. Squats down to load up his hamstrings. He's going to bring the bar up towards his knee without putting his hip forward. And when he gets to his knees, he's going to shoot those hips forward. If you shoot that hips forward too early, you're going to turn it into a lower back workout, or even throughout your lower back, which we don't want to happen.
All right, guys. Now Chris is going to be demonstrating the deficit deadlift. Now you don't need to go extra heavy on this. Now, as you see, even though we're doing this for instructional reasons, 135 is still not an unreasonable weight to be doing this exercise in. It's pretty good. This is going to be emphasizing the lower muscles of the hamstring, strengthening those, and the lower back. Again, you don't want to be locking your knees. So feet shoulder width apart. Arms are going to naturally hang and land where they are most comfortable. And Chris is going to sit here and load the hamstrings. Now, as you see, his hips are a little higher. But again, that's because he's loading the lower part of his hamstring. And again, hips through. Once the bar passes the knees, back straight, chest out. Good form with the head. Looking forward. Good breathing technique. Hips through. A little bit leaned back, but again, you're emphasizing on the stretching reflex of the lower parts of the hamstring. Alright guys, now Chris is going to be demonstrating the straight leg deadlift. Again, knees are not locked, but you want them more straight than anything. The purpose of this is now we're going to be working the lower back more than anything. You're still using the glutes and the hamstrings, but these are similar to the good mornings. You want to load your hip, or you want to hinge at the hips, load the hamstrings. Again, you don't want to go too heavy because this is the lower back. The lower back is a smaller muscle than the rest, and you don't need that much weight to work it out. What's up, guys, and thanks for watching our deadlift video.
I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully it was good instructions for you. Any questions? As simple. Leave it in the comment below. Snapchat. Okay, how about Snapchat? I knew we goofed up on Snapchat. It's my fault. I was on vacation. I got super sick, and I was ready to think about it.
Sorry for taking so long to make another video. We took a giant gap, and that's just due to just everyday. We're not like other YouTubers. We do have full-time jobs. You know, vacation, being sick. Yeah. So I mean, we apologize for that. We plan on kicking out more videos more often, but it's going to be based off of your guys' questions. Now, this video was just a tutorial, but we do have workout of the days lined up. If you guys hit us up on Instagram, Chris is real good about putting up WODs. Also, if you guys want actual workout day videos like our chest day, go ahead and request that. Request specifically what you guys want to see from us, and we'll try to give that to you guys.
Another thing we have coming out soon, we actually have our arm day workout.
That's an example of how you guys are fueling our videos by giving us a subject to talk about. So our next video will be arm day, and that was upon request, so that we will give it to you guys. When it comes to using equipment for squatting and deadlifting, it's all personal preference. Use belts as long as you're comfortable. Don't let belts be your crutches. Do work up your core strength, the front, the back, the sides of your trunk to actually support the weight. Don't always rely on equipment to make up for what you personally can't do yourself. Work up to your own personal abilities to where you're comfortable doing it on your own, and then add a belt to make yourself even safer. But again, it's all personal preference. You guys can do what you want. Straps. I'm a big fan of straps. When I get up to about 315, I start using my straps.
Yeah, I use belts because I have one back. I want to keep it as long as possible. Knee brace, knee straps. I have knee sleeves. I usually use it around my shins, so because like I said, if you deadlift right, your shins will be jacked up.
But again, equipment is all up to personal preference. But the only thing, again, that I would suggest not doing is using equipment from the start and just getting used to it, and now when you're lacking that equipment, you can't do the weight that you were doing before because you never trained yourself to do that weight on your own or that technique on your own. So just make sure that you're building up your own personal strengths before you start using equipment 24/7. Again, I'm with Pete. I use belts all the time. I don't care if I get looks and I'm only squatting 135 and deadlifting and squatting. Once I hit 315 on bench, I even throw on a belt there.
You bench the belt?
When I hit 315 bench.
I don't like bench.
Yeah, so once I put on 3 plates, that's when I start throwing on a belt. The belt is not to save my lower back when I'm benching. The belt is more for inner pressure that it's gonna add to what I'm already doing with my stomach. Tightening the core, adding in that breath to tighten the core.
So another thing is equipment. The most common equipment that no one ever really thinks about are shoes. Shoes are important. Don't squat, don't deadlift in running shoes. See, these are not running shoes. These are actually cross-training shoes. Cross-training, the difference is it's more flat and I have a hard heel. It's not squishy, so when I put pressure to my heel, my feet won't cave in and then my foot will roll to the left, to the right, or whatever. Don't want that. Want a nice, stable surface.
If you didn't notice, I'm wearing Chucks today. There's nothing special about Chucks.
You're gonna be barefooted. There's nothing flatter than being barefooted.
Thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys want to watch. Follow us on Instagram. We follow back. Facebook, Twitter. We're still working on Twitter. Snapchat. We're gonna be on it more. Send us videos. You'll be featured on our future video. And again, sorry for taking so long. We will try not to do this again. And stay tuned for our next video.